Hello there. Welcome to today's show. On today's show, we're going to discuss Earth's 7 continents. What is a continent? A continent is a massive area of land that is separated by water or other natural features. There are 7 continents on Earth that are recognized by scientists. The continents cover over 1/3 of the entire Earth. 5 continents are joined by land with another continent. Antarctica and Australia are isolated continents by vast oceans. Each continent has varying geographies, climates, plants, animals, and other life forms. 7 continents include Asia, Africa, Europe, Australia, North America, South America, and Antarctica. There are billions of people that live on Earth, but over 4 billion of them live on the continent of Asia. Africa has a shade over 1 billion people, North America has about 500 million people, South America has a little less than 500 million, and Antarctica, 4,490, mostly scientists. Europe has 742 million people living on its continent, and in Australia, 38,304,000 people. Let's take a trip to North America. Home sweet home. I live in the United States, and the United States is one of 23 countries that make up North America. North America is the 3rd largest of all the continents. North America is extremely diverse, with mountains, plains, deserts, and ice. To the north is Greenland, the world's largest island. To the southeast are the tropical islands of the Caribbean and the Central American rainforests. Now let's take a trip to South America. South America is Earth's 4th largest continent. It stretches from just above the equator down to the Antarctic. It is connected to North America by land. The Amazon River runs through South America and is surrounded by the world's largest rainforest. South America contains rainforests and deserts. There are glaciers in the south. South America is divided into 12 countries. The largest country is Brazil. The potato originates in South America, along with chocolate, pineapple, and peanuts. South American animals include llamas and the capybara. Now let's take a trip to the continent of Europe. Let's discuss the geography. Europe has an area of over 4 million square kilometers. Europe is divided from Africa by the Mediterranean Sea. The Ural Mountains divide Europe and Asia. The continent of Europe contains 1/4 of all of Earth's people. There are 44 European countries with distinct ethnic groups, languages, and cultures. There are over 23 official languages spoken across Europe. Europe was named after the beautiful princess in Greek mythology, Europa. The continent of Europe has a history of wealth, industry, and empire building all throughout the world. Brrr, bring a jacket. Let's head to Antarctica. The continent of Antarctica sits under huge masses of ice called ice sheets. This ice holds 90% of Earth's fresh water. Beneath it lies a continent of valleys, mountains, and lakes, but only about 2% is visible above the ice. Antarctica is the coldest, windiest, and highest continent on Earth. Its highest point is Vinson Massif at 16,066 feet above sea level. The continent of Antarctica is governed by the Antarctic Treaty that prohibits any military action on the continent of Antarctica, and Antarctica belongs to no one as of yet. There are transnational issues. Many countries have tried to stake a claim on tracts of land in Antarctica. If or when the ice melts, conflict will develop. The economy of Antarctica, if there is one at all, consists of scientific undertakings. There's a lot of unregulated fishing that is an ongoing problem area. Communications include internet and commercial cellular networks that are spotty at best. There's 23 airports and 53 heliports. G'day, mate! You might want to put another shrimp on the barbie. The continent of Australia is the smallest continent that we know of on Earth. Now, you need to understand that Australia is included in a much larger area zone. This is Oceania, and Oceania includes 14 countries in total. The continent of Australia often includes New Zealand, New Guinea, in addition to other islands in between these 3 larger islands. Aborigines are indigenous or original inhabitants of the area, settling over 50,000 years ago. The Great Barrier Reef is a sight to be seen and it contains over 1,500 species of fish. Australia is bordered by the Indian Ocean on the west and the Pacific Ocean on the east. The isolation of Australia geographically led it to contain animals found nowhere else on Earth. If one were to observe the Australian wildlife, one could find a koala, a kangaroo, a Tasmanian devil, a platypus, a kiwi bird, an emu, and a dingo. These animals are found nowhere else on Earth. Now let's take a trip to the homeland, Africa. Africa lies between the Atlantic and Indian Oceans. To the north is the Mediterranean Sea, and to the south of Africa is the Southern Ocean. The northern part of Africa is covered by Earth's largest desert, the Sahara. The continent of Africa is composed of 54 countries. It contains the Nile River that is over 4,160 miles long. Africa is the second largest continent based on size, after Asia. Africa is rich in history, language, culture, and geography. Africa contains a wide variety of animals, reptiles, birds, and insects. Scientists widely believe that Africa was the home of the very first humans. 65% of Earth's diamonds come from the continent of Africa. Exotic animals that one could find while visiting the continent of Africa include the zebra, the crocodile, the elephant, the lion, the giraffe, and the gorilla. Now let's take a little trip to Asia. Let's discuss the geography. The land that is included in Asia includes 43.6 million square kilometers. Asia is by far the largest continent by area. Let's talk about the people of Asia. There's over 4 billion people living in Asia. The countries of China and India alone contain over 1 billion people each. Russia. Russia has an area of 17 million square kilometers. Russia is the largest country by area in the world. The Dead Sea has an elevation of negative 1,378 feet. There's so much salt in the Dead Sea that people can float effortlessly while swimming. Asia is home to Mount Everest. Mount Everest is the highest point of any elevation on Earth at 29,029 feet. The Yangtze River has a length of 3,915 miles. The Yangtze River is located in China. Asia occupies 1/3 of the world's total landmass. There's so much beauty to be found on Earth's 7 continents.